to the very last Warwar wedding. For those of you who don't know me, my name is Samantha, and I've had the distinct pleasure of being Hannah's older sister, bud, and best friend for the past 26 years. We have the two older sisters, Ashley and Rachel over there. They're kind of like the older, more haggard, and less fun version of Hannah and I. But in all seriousness, I knew it was going to be near impossible to capture how special Hannah is to me and to the world in one speech. I could sit here listing off 1,000,001 adjectives, but it wouldn't be enough. And for those of you that know me, know that I'm not that good at reading and writing. So, I'm going to instead start from the beginning and Hannah's story as I see it and how she got here today. I'd like to start by giving thanks to Dayton, Ohio. You know, all three of my sisters met their husbands in Dayton. Most importantly, my parents met in Dayton. It was St. Patrick's Day, 1986, and none other than the great establishment of Newcomb's Bar. I mean, seriously, who would have thought that Dayton, Ohio would harbor the greatest potential of finding your soulmate? So, Mom and Dad, I'd like to take this opportunity to formally announce I'm moving home. Just kidding. So 9 months later, my parents got engaged, married 3 months after that, and had their firstborn child, Ashley, on April 9th, 1989. Happy birthday, Ashley! 40 is going to be a great year. And can I just say, thank God the absolute terror of Ashley didn't scare my parents away from having another child. Next came Rachel, otherwise known as the favorite of the family. Then me, some say the best thing that's ever happened in this family. Now my dad was just missing one thing, a son. So then came Hannah, the closest thing to a son my dad would ever have. Little did I know at the time that Hannah would become the piece of my life that I couldn't live without. Hannah was really special as a kid. She had and continues to have the biggest heart out of anyone in this room. It's honestly a miracle she turned out so normal, considering she grew up under the influences of me, Rachel Ashley, Tyler, Jordan, Lindsay, and Vaughn. Hannah and I shared a room for the majority of our younger years. It was the best of times and it was the worst of times. You see, Hannah and I had some differences. She was kind of the tomboy of the family. She loved football, she didn't like shopping, she didn't like fashion, and she valued the concept of saving her money, something I'm still working on. On the other hand, for example, my hair straightener was my most valued possession. One day I walked in to our room and saw a cloud of smoke coming from behind Hannah's bed, only to find Hannah using my beloved hair straightener to straighten out her precious $20 bills. Though the smoke rising from your $20 bills was nothing compared to the smoke rising from when you caught our fish tank on fire. And one last thing from our childhood. I'm sorry I forgot to tell you that one morning that I saw a stink bug on your toothbrush. And I'm sorry that you didn't find out that there was a stink bug on your toothbrush until it was in your mouth. And Mom, I'm sorry that when you heard Hannah scream from upstairs, you thought someone had died. Moving on to college, where Hannah and I were together once again at The Ohio State University. That's right. I can't really put into words what it's like going through college with your little sister who happens to be your best friend. By the way, Ashley and Rachel went to Denison together. They're probably sitting over there thinking they know what it's like. Let me remind you guys, your college was smaller than most high schools. So no, you don't know. After college, Hannah moved home to Dayton, Ohio to complete her MBA. Talk about depressing. But one day I get a text from Hannah about a guy in her MBA class that she thinks is cute. So naturally, the next hour was spent similarly to how a top agent at the Federal Bureau of Investigation spends their day. But this guy without any social media was difficult to crack. But she knew two things for sure. She liked his pretty green eyes and the fact that he drove a Mercedes. Thus, he was hot Mercedes man. Hannah liked to text me about every little interaction she had with hot Mercedes man, or lack thereof. For example, hot Mercedes man is walking in front of me. OMG, I just saw hot Mercedes man parking for class. OMG, hot Mercedes man is in my group project. I will literally never forget the day Hannah called me an extremist from her class parking lot when she spotted hot Mercedes man parking nearby. She got so flustered by the sight of him, naturally she forgot how to drive, parked in 3 different spots, then sped off because she was so nervous they would have to walk in at the same time together. This Mercedes man, now known to us as Jack, would change Hannah's life for the better. I do need to report, though, that he has since sold his Mercedes. No longer the Mercedes man, but Hannah's Honda hunk. Lastly, some advice for you too. This year, more than ever, I've learned just how delicate life is. Promise each other to never stop enjoying the small things in life, no matter how stupid they may seem. Never take the words, I love you, for granted, because we're never promised it tomorrow. And when times get rough, focus only on the things in life that you can control. Even on your toughest of days, know that the sun will rise tomorrow. It always does. Know that you both are extremely loved by every single person in this room, even through all of the unpredictable changes in life that lie ahead. So if everyone can raise a glass to Hannah and Jeff, and to turning to your loved ones next to you, and saying the words, I love you.
Just